I was a preschool teacher at his daycare when he was younger, just because I was a very overprotective mama bear. So I did the 4-year-olds and 5-year-olds, getting them ready for kindergarten. I was in the daycare until he was 5. I had to do it all on my own, not by choice, because his father is deceased, but it was really hard. But I did have my parents and his dad's mom. It was pretty tough, but I made it through.
I'm very motivated. I don't know, I just was born to be motivated. I moved here about maybe 3.5 years ago. And this is my first time ever living in an apartment complex. So the apartment complex area, it was a little rough, and I'm like, oh my God, I gotta get out of here. I looked, I searched all over, and the price range, it was just crazy. At the time being, I had a neighbor that lived next door to me, and she sort of kind of put it out there and said her cousin maybe went through the program, and she was like, well, I'm gonna try to look into the program, but she never did. And I said, well, how long you been living here? And she was like, I've been living here for 6 years. And I'm like, what, you haven't looked into it yet? She's like, no. So I'm like, I'm gonna do it.
My brother's best friend actually has a Habitat home. And so I reached out to her about it, and then I just looked more into it, and I filled out the application. Miss Debbie emailed me early January, and she was just like, I have good news, you have been selected. I was in the middle of class, and I screamed out. So it was just a scream, and then I had to calm myself down. I called my mom.
When I was growing up, my mom, she owned a home, and it was 7 of us. And she passed away when I was 14. We wasn't able to keep our home because of the back taxes and things like that. So, you know, me just experienced that as a young child, and as I got older and understood how important it was to make sure every bill is caught up, and how important it is to own something instead of renting. That moment, it was like, to be honest, this is something that I'm gonna gain, this is something that I'm gonna put my all into, and this is something that I would never let no one take away from me. When they did finally hear that we got approved, it was like, I don't know, it was more like how you felt? I think it was a big surprise, but I really can't.
I wasn't surprised because everything we put our head to as a family, we get it. But I was more so proud for my mom, because as the age she is, that's a big accomplishment to own your own house. So I was happy for her.
I was happy that I could get my own kid.
He'll have somewhere to grow up where he's not gonna have to worry about, my parents didn't move around for me. So I was like, I didn't wanna do that. And then it'd be something potentially left for him so that he can have a starter home.
It's nothing like a sisterhood, you know, the energy and the mentality, and to even help each other. I just wanna say thank you to each and every one of you, because you didn't have to do it for me, but God allowed you to be here with me. So I just want to say thank you for being that support and for pushing me. It just means so much to me and my family.
Thank you for the opportunity. It's very rare that people say that women can do things. And to have women build your home that is a male-dominated area, it can't get no better than that. So thank you.